Microsoft reported earnings after hours. The stock got up almost 4%. How well were their earnings? This is Microsoft earnings snapshot. As you can see, everything here is green, meaning they did well at those areas, except the margins, which are slightly lower than last year's. Net income margin decreased 3%, free cash flow margin fell slightly, 1%. But it's more important that these here are growing, and this is why we only assume the lowest margins or PEs to base our assumptions and fair values from. Revenues grew 12%, EPS quarter over quarter increased from 2.17 to 2.23. Net income increased 1.71%. Free cash flow increased 9.23%. Microsoft basically crushed the base assumptions, but they fell short of analysts' expectations on both top line and bottom line. But overall, this is still growth, so never mind the analysts. This is Microsoft valuation summary. This is updated already from the first metric down to historical metrics and the other financial metrics and ratios. There's something I changed though. The lowest margin last quarter, I used 25.21. Well, it's not here anymore. It's only fair to increase your assumptions as their margins are getting better over the years. From $240 fair values last quarter, now it's $256. To be honest, Microsoft should easily be trading at 30 sa PEs. It's evident with their margins, but it really depends on your assumption and what logical PEs you'd be using. But always use the lower band of the PE so you won't end up overpaying. My only problem with Microsoft is their high price of free cash flow, and the current price of free cash flow is 30.85. It's too high for my liking. I only have an allowable price of free cash flow of 20. And also the PB, 12.07. I have an allowable of 5. It's understandable though. Microsoft is a software company. You really can't liquidate software, thus the much higher PB compared to Google's. Also, Microsoft has more room to grow, and these parameters like the PB could lag behind. Microsoft is a growth stock, still a growth stock, consistent with 10% revenue growth year over year. Is something you should be paying premium for. Here are the price levels to watch for Microsoft. 1% dividend yield is $248. My fair value for the stock is $256. I'd only recommend you buy Microsoft at this area here. If you can buy it for 1% dividend yield at $248, that would be a catch. Always buy stocks below their fair values. I don't recommend buying at fair values, although, to be honest, my process is so conservative that maybe sometimes buying at fair values or starting a position at fair values would make some sense. That's my take on Microsoft this quarter. Great earnings, it should pump. I don't know how much though, but hopefully we get to close that earnings gap, or maybe we can get that 1% dividend yield again.